Ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. My dear sweet Islamic brothers and viewers of social media, Alhamdulillah, we're in the fourth day of the summer school tarbiyah, and insha'Allah Azza wa Jal, the students are revising the fourth Kalimah, meaning the oneness of Allah Almighty, with translation. So, mashallah, previous clips, previous videos you've seen, they've revised the first kalima, the second kalima, and the third kalima. Today, they're revising the fourth kalima. We'll take a peek very shortly which winning team gets to recite the best with tajweed and with its full translation as well. Inshallah Azza wa Jal, if you have any children that like to attend the summer school, please do send them from 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. here in Faizan, Medina, Halifax. May Allah Azza wa Jal excel your child in deen and as well as dunya. Ameen.
لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو حي لا يموت أبدا أبدا ذو الجلال والإكرام بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير كل شيء قدير. None is worthy of worship except Allah. He is alone and He has no partner. All kingdom is for Him and all praise is for Him. Only He gives life and only He gives death. He is alive and He will never die. He is great and glorified. In His hand is goodness and He has power over everything.
This is the fourth kalima, oneness of Allah Azza wa Jal. Oneness of Allah Azza wa Jal. Okay, La ilaha illallahu wahdahu la sharika lah lahul mulku wa lahul hamd yuhyi wa yumitu wa huwa hayyul la yamutu abadan abada dhul jalali wal ikram biyadihil khair wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. Okay, do you want to do the translation? Yeah.
None is worthy of worship except Allah Azza wa Jal.
Read again.
None
is worthy of worship except Allah. Allah with the heart. Allah with the heart.
None is worthy of worship except Allah. He is alone. He has no partner.
He has no
partners. All kingdom is for him. And all praise is for him. Only he gives life and only he gives death. He is alive. He will never die. Great and glorified. In his hands of goodness. And he has power over everything. And he has power over everything.
Al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. If you've got the book Madani Qaida on page 34, it is mentioned regarding Lam of Isme Jalalat, the name of Allah. Now if the letter before the Lam of Isme Jalalat, the name of Allah, has a Fatah or Zabar or Dhamma, which is Pesh on it, then the Lam of Isme Jalalat, Allah, would be pronounced in a thick tone. So the Lam of Allah, before that, if it has a Zabar or a Pesh, you will pronounce it as a thick tone. Allah, like the La, I made it thick. You will feel it when you do it, okay? And if the letter before the Lam of Isme Jalalat, so we've understood the Pesh and the Zabar before the Lam. Now if before the Lam of Isme Jalalat had the Zair in it, Kasra, yeah? And then the Lam of Isme Jalalat will be pronounced in a thin tone, okay? Now for some of you, I'm hearing Allah, it's Allah, okay? I try to mention the Ha at the end as well. Some of us are not making the Ha correctly at the end. If we say Allah, the Ha's gone. There's a Ha at the end of Allah's name, okay? So we have to pronounce it as Allah. Feel that at the bottom of your throat, in the chest, the Ha when it comes out at the end. Allah. Okay, mashallah. That's another thing I'll clarify. Now, in the translation of the book, we've got the translation. Yeah. So there's a statement at the end. He is the great and glorified, and in his hand is goodness, and he has power over everything. Now when it says hand, this is metaphoric for our understanding. Don't be thinking that Allah has a hand. Allah is apart from a hand. He doesn't have hand, feet, face, eyes, ears. We can't comprehend and think about Allah that He's human, okay? This is against the teachings of Islam. It's against our aqidah, beliefs, okay? So we cannot describe Allah. The only way we're going to describe Allah is through His attributes. He's the creator, He's Ar-Rahman, He's merciful, Malik, Maliki, He's the owner, okay? Things like that. He gives death, He takes life, yeah? So through His attributes you recognize Allah. If you look at the sun, the moon, how He's created, yeah, you look at the human being, how He's created. This have to be something huge that's created this, okay? So don't be thinking it says hand, and I don't want you to get confused. Yeah, it's not hand in hand, okay? It's a different example here, okay? May Allah Azza wa Jal give us the ability to have the correct aqidah. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
La ilaha illallahu wahdahu la sharika lah.
Make the ha sound. La sharika lah.
La sharika lah. Lahul mulku wa lahul hamd. Yuhyi wa yumitu wa huwa hayyun la yamutu abadan abada dhul jalali wal ikrami biyadihil khair wa huwa ala شيء قدير من كل شيء قدير.
None is worthy of worship except Allah's Wajal. He is alone. He has no partner. All kingdom is for Him. All praise is for Him. Only He gives life. And only He gives death. He is alive. He will never die. He is great and glorified. In His hand is goodness. And He has power over everything.
لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو حي لا يموت أبدا أبدا ذو الجلال والإكرام بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير.
None is worthy of worship except Allah. He is alone and He has no partner. All kingdom is for His and all praise is for Him. He is alive. Only He gives life and only He gives death. He is alive and He will never die. He is great and glorified. In His hand is goodness and He has power over everything.
إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو حي لا يموت أبدا أبدا ذو الجلال والإكرام بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير.
Abadan, abada. It's Hamza. It sounds like you say the Ain. Abba. No, it's abadan, abada.
None is worthy of worship except Allah. He is alone. He has no partner. All kingdom is for Him. All praise is for Him. Only He gives life. Only He gives death and only He gives life. He is alive. He will never die. Great and glorified in His hands of goodness and He has power over everything.
None is worthy of worship except Allah. He is alone. He has no partners. All kingdom is for Him and all praises is for Him. Only He gives life and only He gives death. He is alive. He will never die. He is great and glorified. In His hand is goodness and He has power over everything. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو حي لا يموت أبدا أبدا ذو الجلال والإكرام بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير. None is worthy of worship except Allah. He is alone. He has no partners. All kingdom and all praise is for Him. Only He gives life and only He gives death. He's alive. He will never die. Great and glorified. In His hand, goodness and power over everything.
لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو حي لا يموت أبدا أبدا ذو الجلال والإكرام بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير.
What's the translation?
None is worthy of worship except Allah. He is alone. He has no partners. All kingdom is for Him. All praise is for Him. Only He gives life and only He gives death. He is alive. He will never die. He is great and glorified. In His hand is goodness and He has power over everything.
I don't know which group to select, guys. Okay, let's raise hands for group A. Raise hands for group A if you think they did the best.
Everybody be hands up.
I've only got 1, 2, 3. Just 3. Okay, well, who do you say for group B? Put your hands up. No, you can't put your hands up for your own self, guys. Group B, I don't see anybody putting hands up. 1, 2. Is that it? 2 people? Okay, I've got 2 people in group B.